Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to this live channeling, live meditation with Vagrein. I'm so happy for you guys to be here, and I'm really happy that you've decided to join. So, today I'm coming to you with a lot of nervous energy. Why am I nervous? I'm nervous because it's only a few days until the Gaia Channeling Conference in Boulder, Colorado, and I'll be channeling alongside some really amazing channels. So, I've got all this excess energy. Which can be framed as nervous. It can also be framed as excited. I'll frame it as exciting. It also does mean that when I do get nervous or excited, I tend to find things to occupy my time as if I didn't have enough already to do. And so that has led to yesterday me starting a new crocheting project. It's always really bizarre to see what my human being gets up to when certain energies or unaccustomed energies are provided. And I'm someone who does crochet. I do yarn work of all kinds, and I'll be knitting or crocheting most of the winter normally for relaxation. And so yesterday I was up until like 1 in the morning trying to crochet a new hat as if I don't have enough hats to take with me on my trip. But hey, that's what the human was wanting to do to feel better. And so that's super funny. Today's session or today's meeting is going to be along the lines of talking about the theme of the Gaia Channeling Conference. So when they asked me what the theme was for my portion of the channeling conference, Vagrein came through and they said the title of the theme, and it's "The Answer is Always You." So, hi ST, thank you for being here. I'm so happy you're here live. Wow, that's great. I know it's a little bit of a different time frame than I normally do. So, the theme of the channeling conference and the theme of today's session is "The Answer is Always You," and of course, Vagrin will be diving into that in depth on Saturday. And you can either join there in person live in Colorado if you happen to be there or had already planned to be there. And if you are going to be there, I'm so excited I get to meet you soon. But if you're not able to make it all the way to the States, or you're not able to travel for whatever reason, then the great news is there is the free live stream that Gaia is providing. So if you want to sign up for that, I do suggest doing it right now so that you get all the information and details on time. And you can do that by going over to www.jpherman.com/events and signing up for the free live stream for the conference that's going to be held on Saturday, the 19th of October. So, hi, Ale. Hi, Jason. It's wonderful to see you guys here too. And everyone else who's here on this call, feel free to say hi in the comments. Hi, Petra. And anyone who's here hi, everyone on Instagram, I'm streaming there as well. If you're a little bit confused about what this is, I do live streams often on my YouTube channel. So you can head over there if you want better, audio, because I'm not sure the phone is picking up the same way the microphone is picking up. So these sessions normally entail me chatting just a little bit to you guys and catching up with you and seeing how you're doing, introducing the theme of the session, and then either heading into a meditation or a channeling directly. Now, today, I'm not sure there's going to be a meditation because Vagrein, as I was going to have my nap a little bit earlier, was really already diving into what it is that they mean by "the answer is you" and what it is that they want to really cement home to you guys with their messaging in general. The channelings that I do have coming through from Vagrein, even though I see that at the beginning they were also under this theme, have begun to shift towards very specifically giving us instructions on how to get everything we want, get all the things we want in our physical lives in terms of manifesting and materialization of whatever it is that we want, regarding the law of attraction and regarding also the being human, as well as how we get the collective things that we're wanting. And again, back to the theme of this session and of the channeling conference, the answer is always you. Before we dive in, though, I want to also share with you that I have a free workshop / channeling / question and answer period coming up on Zoom that I'd love to invite all of you to join me at. And that's going to be on November 11th, which is an auspicious day, as you know, because it is the calendar 1111. And I'm sure many of you know that that number has some potent energy. And because we've assigned it this potent energy and meaning, it does make that day quite special. I think I've been doing 1111 meditations collectively since before I was channeling. I did that several years ago. And it's a great day to really call in what we're wanting. Now, we're also moving into a period of even more, as if you could imagine, even more accelerated offerings, invitations, catalyst, conflict in the world. So it's a really good time to cement in our desire, our request, our passion for the things that we're wanting as a collective in terms of peace on this earth, in terms of health for everyone, in terms of acceptance for everyone, and all of the good stuff that we're going to have when we move into unity consciousness. We are being asked, however, to move into those energies before they're 100% visible to us. As is always the case with the law of attraction, you have to be it before you're going to see it. So do join me for that. And you can also sign up for that as well on my website at www.jpherman.com/events. And as you do go over to the website, you will also see, if you are in the Boulder area, the Vagrein Intensive, which is going to be on October 20th. And that will be a full day with me and with Vagrein and with the amazing Andy Dooley, who's going to be sharing his wisdom and comedy stylings with us. And we're really going to have such a fun day on the 20th, hanging out all together. So I hope some of you that are on this call will be there. And I hope that those of you who don't yet have tickets will go and check it out and find out everything about that amazing event that's coming up. So again, welcome to everyone on Instagram and welcome to everybody over here on YouTube. And it's great to see you and feel you. So I was just saying at the beginning of this, I have this like hyperactive, nervous, don't know what to do with myself energy because of everything that's coming up and because of traveling coming up for me. So I think it's best if I hand over the wheel to Vagrein and they deliver this transmission on how the answer is always you. Okay, I'm going to tune in now, and I hope you all enjoy. Good now to you. You are the last to arrive at the party. You are always the last to arrive at the party because the party does begin without you, or at least without the physical incarnation version that you associate with yourself on a more regular basis. What do we mean directly when we mean or say that the answer is always you? Well, the answer is indeed always you. And to what question, you may ask? Well, the question is to each and every one of the questions that you could possibly have. How do I come into a state of complete abundance in my finances? The answer is always you. How do I find the relationship that I am so desiring in my physical experience, that soulmate, that partner in joy? That answer is always you. How do I come to a state of well-being, healing my body, healing my soul, healing my fractured aspects or trauma that I believe to have picked up along the way? The answer is always you. And what do we mean by the answer is always you? Well, the answer is that one is being in each never now moment invited to stepping more into your true self, to aligning more with your higher self, to aligning more with that being that you yourself chose to be before you came into incarnated form. You do believe that you have responsibility or that you are the creator in a, shall we say, not entirely passive way of your personality. You have things that you are naturally inclined to be better at, things that you are naturally inclined to do, things that you are naturally inclined to undertake, desires, intentions, goals, and often you criticize these aspects of yourself. You say, I should not want this, I should not want that. I should not be this, I should not say that. And we say, who is the one that is deciding how you should and should not be, if not you? So each and every time you are criticizing of yourself, you are saying that you are looking incorrectly, you are acting incorrectly, you are being incorrectly. It is you who is judging. It is you who is passing that verdict upon yourself. And in doing so, are telling that whatever you perceive of as human version of yourself, that smaller version of yourself, that personality version of yourself, that you are not good enough. But the truth is, you are always good enough. You are always exactly what divinity would have you be. There is no moment, there is no situation, there is no circumstance in which you have not done the exact correct thing for you in that now moment. We will also say that your feelings are indeed also correct in each next now moment. When you are feeling in a negative way, even about yourself, what is occurring is imperfection. It is the indication to you from the higher aspects of you that you are wanting to expand into a state in which that capacity to not feel at your best is no longer available to you. Let us take our vessel's example earlier. She is a being who has a hobby of knitting or crocheting or using yarn, and has always felt a little bit embarrassed by it, a little bit insecure about it. She's very good at it, and yet is shy about sharing that aspect. It feels like a granny hobby. It feels like something that is, yes, passive or not harmful, but that is somewhat off brand, off character with who she perceives of herself to be or would want of herself to be. And yet, there is deep enjoyment and deep relaxation that arrives in the passing of the time in that manner. Even though the passing of that time in that manner is not productive, even though it is not what she perceives to be the best use of the time, it is anyhow a deep aspect of her, and joy is obtained when it is being undertaken. When does joy not occur? When there is the embarrassment, when there is the shyness about it, when there is something else that has been layered upon that does allow her to perceive of herself as strange or silly or whatever other judgments are available. You do not choose your hobbies, you do not choose your desires, you do not choose your preferences, you do not choose who you are attracted to, at least not from the conscious level, which is why often when you are perceiving of yourself as being a conscious being in your waking form on this reality plane, you are in a state of not necessarily aligning with the aspects of you that are truly you. You are consistently fighting against those things. And as you are fighting against these small and insignificant aspects of you that are not going to impact your whole package, because, for example, that knitting was not chosen by this character, simply is a part of this character, then you are causing resistance, you are causing restriction. And again, something as seemingly small as this particular hobby does not even seem something that should be addressed in terms of when we are speaking of your spiritual nature. And however, it is profound. Because if you can reject yourself for something so small as collecting stamps or as knitting a scarf or as allowing yourself to go to a dance or disco when you believe yourself to be old to do so, then you are also adding resistance in every other aspect of your life. Perhaps that person that you would like to be with, you do not feel that it is appropriate. Perhaps that state of abundance that you would like to call into your life, you have some beliefs about where it is not feeling appropriate. Perhaps that state of health and well being that you are wanting deeply in your experience of physical form does not feel like you are able to access because you are not worthy of it. The small and the big indications from your beingness of where you are not in alignment from yourself or with yourself are all there in place only for you to get more in alignment with who you truly would like to be. And not who you would like to be from the mental plane, but who you would like to be from the soul aspect of you. Therefore, when you are having any form of problem within your life, any form of circumstance or situation in your life in which you are saying, what can I do to remedy this? The answer is always you. Yes, the answer is always finding small and yes, large ways to align with who you are. Who are you? What desires are you currently holding that you do not allow yourself to have? What knowing do you currently have in your frame that you are not willing to take action on? What ideas about who you once will be, and once in the future, yes, will be, are you not allowing yourself in this now to step into? You did come into your incarnation complete and whole. It is your life's duty, not duty in terms of you must do this, you must not do anything at all. There's no obligation for you to meet this, but we are always making suggestions so as you can have an easier journey in this human experience. But what are you? Who are you that you are not yet allowing yourself to be? That completion is there, and you are indicated of it in each now moment. So, how to align with your highest version, with that sense of self? It is to indulge in the feeling good and to be very honest with yourself about the communication that you are getting from yourself. We do not ever counsel the violation of free will of others. We do not even ever counsel your own violation of free will. But we do nudge you gently in the direction of allowing yourself to go more with the flow rather than to swim upstream. Your life is a journey of returning to who you knew yourself to be as a soul, as a being, before you became incarnate. And you did have access to this as small children. You did have your own special way of doing things, and it did get, yes, stumbled on somewhat throughout your education system and throughout your bumping into adults and figures that you perceived of as having more knowledge than you do or did. But you are on that journey already, and you are never off course. You see, your higher self does not ever change its opinion. It does not ever change its love for you. It does not ever falter in its watching, in wonderment of what you will do next. And so, in aligning yourself with the watcher of your life and the allowing of all of those beautiful things that make you up to come through, you are solving each and every one of the problems that, yes, you are creating for yourself. There is nothing for you to do in your human experience aside from be. There's no action that you need to take. All of your action comes from you being yourself, or you resisting being yourself with that marvelous brain of yours that does often provide to you thoughts that do not feel good, that does often provide to you beliefs that you are not needing to hold on to any longer. So let each and every one of them go. Why not believe that you are guided? Why not believe that you are safe? Why not believe that you are perfect as you are and in a beautiful journey, here to enjoy, here to thrive? Why not be you? We do enjoy talking with you, interacting with you, because these questions, as we ask them, do come into your mind and do come to you to be answered in some way. Your mind, your subconscious or your beliefs will have come up with answers as to why you cannot be yourself, as to why you cannot do exactly what you want in your life. We hear some of you say, well, I have obligations to my family. I must put food on the table. I cannot go against what my parents told me. I do not want to lose the love of that person that is by my side. I have bills to pay. I have things, enemies that are attacking me. I cannot be pure love. That would not be logical. That would not be sensible. That would not be safe. At some point or other, you can choose to understand that that thing that you are trying to keep safe does not exist. And that no matter what you do, you will never have the sense of safety that you are seeking anywhere outside of diving directly into yourself. Your bodies cannot be kept safe with money, with love, with health. There is, or at least you have programmed into your collective consciousness, an expiry date on that vessel that you are spending so much effort and time in protecting. Is that truly where your focus need lie? Is that truly what you came here to do? To keep the organism alive as long as possible, despite the experience it would be having? Survival. Now, we are also not saying to go put yourself in the line of fire, to put yourself in peril. But guess what? Leaning into yourself fully does not put you into the line of fire. It does not put you into peril. Your inner being is wise. It is not a fool. It knows far more than you, as your small self. If you could renounce or release all of your holding on, all of your control, all of your grasping and grabbing for safety and survival, for approval, for love, and have faith in that same energy that brought you into this world, do you think you birthed yourself? Do you think you created your own consciousness from your physical vessel? Why would the wisdom that created your 10 fingers and toes make a mistake now? Why would the wisdom that kept you alive as an infant not know that you hate your job and give you small impulses to leave, knowing it was safe? Why would that wisdom that keeps your heart beating and your lungs breathing not know that leaving the relationship that you are no longer satisfied in was what was best for you, as opposed to staying in unhappiness or misery? Why would that wisdom betray you now? You do not want to spend your life in avoidance of discomfort. Life is, in many ways, we are aware, uncomfortable. There's not one of you that has not had sorrow. There's not one of you that has not had pain. And you are here in this now, listening to us, creating us as you go along to be heard. The answer is you, because you are wise beyond the mind. You are wise beyond all of the smaller aspects that make you up. And your desires, your hobbies, your quirks, your foibles, your disabilities, your illnesses, your tragedies, your losses, they are all genius. They are all imperfection for guiding you back to you. We invite you to ask a question in your mind's eye, that thing that you are wanting to solve, and try to see if somehow there isn't a knowing in you that if you allowed yourself to be happier, allowed yourself to be more aligned, allowed yourself to let go of what you perceive of as the obstacles or the problems or those predictions of outcome that are negative in nature inside of you, if you allowed yourself to be as you truly are, to be your divine self, if that question would not be answered. We do advocate for the radical self-acceptance. And that is synonymous with faith. It is synonymous with unity. There is nothing at all that is out of place. Not one hair on your head, or lack of hair on your head for those of you who do not have hair. There is nothing that has gone wrong until now, and nothing that ever could. But you do often talk about your preferences, and you do prefer to have an easy life, a loving life, a blessed life. You can have it, no matter the circumstance. Even the most horrific. You can align with your inner being, with love itself, in the most horrific circumstances. We have seen it. We have spoken to some of you who do so. We've spoken to those of you at the end of their journey. We've spoken to you, those of you facing deep sorrow and loss. And we have seen evidence that you can align with yourselves. And that when you do, the end begins to feel like a beginning. And that when you do, the loss begins to feel like a gift. We only share because we hear your calls, your cries, your desire for clarity. But there's not much that we can say that you do not already know. Perhaps in hearing it in this way, you are getting your permission slip to dive more into it. And we are not even saying dive into the deep end and you do not know how to swim. Jump into the kiddie pool. Cool your feet. Be yourself in small doses, if doing so in your full glory feels too much. Between the two options, living a life of suffering, living a life of frustration, hopelessness, delusion, disappointment, and being yourself. We know which we suggest, but it is up to you to decide which you would choose. The enlightenment you are seeking, the unity you are seeking, is only through the self, through that radical acceptance. For if you cannot accept yourself, how can you accept anything else? And there is nothing but the self. Which is why we also say it's quite paradoxical, because even when you are not choosing to align with you, you are still choosing to be with whatever is occurring for you in that moment. For you to get more frustrated, for you to get more hopeless, for you to get more despondent, for you to get more disappointed or deluded by existence. In the hopes that that horrible feeling gifted to you, strategically created within your system instantaneously, whenever you are believing something that is out of alignment with yourself, is only there to offer you to come back to alignment. Because there is that aspect of you that always is holding the fort, holding your real, true frequency. We will be meeting with many of you energetically in what you call person shortly. But for those who are not there or will not be there physically, do not fool yourself into believing location is important. You are receiving transmission at all times from the highest being you can channel, from the highest being that exists. It is you. There is nothing else. And if it says knit, knit. If it says collect stamps, collect stamps. If it says leave your job, leave your job. And we know that two of these examples feel easy. And to those to whom it was relevant, the third brings up fear. But do not worry. That fear is valuable. That sorrow is valuable. That anger is valuable. You have an intimate, unbreakable relationship with your highest self, your highest being, your soul, God, if you choose that word. Constantly giving you information. And that answer is indeed always you. With that, we leave you for a moment with the light and the love of 1,000 suns. A nine. Hi. Ooh. Okay, hi everybody. Oh, there's a large group here today. I might switch the day of the week the time of the day that I do these sessions, because it seems like a lot more of you were here. So thank you for joining. It's been beautiful to have you here. I'm just looking at the comments right here now. Hi from North Carolina. Hi, Holistic Herbalist. And hi, Petra and Robert and Kristen. Hi, Kristen. Anka from Toronto. Hello. Stephen. Hi. Yes. And who's jumping into the kiddie pool? Robert's jumping into the kiddie pool. Okay. So, Feel More Creative wrote a lot down. Well, thank you for writing a lot down. That's awesome. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. The transmission, I imagine, on Saturday is going to be more profound in that. I find that when Vagrein is interviewed, because the interviewer does their research beforehand and has clarity about where the conversation should go, those types of interactions are really rich. I don't know if you guys have seen some of my podcasts where Vagrein's been talking with a podcast host that has really great questions. But there's always amazing, amazing content that comes out for the collective whenever there's an interview happening. So do make sure to check out and to sign up for the channeling conference, which is being streamed for free live on the 19th. I'm sending out an email to my mailing list with the exact hour of when I'm supposed to be on camera. But the whole day also includes channelings from Bashar, from Theo, from Wilhelm, and from Cryon. So you're going to enjoy that no matter what time of day you sign on for it. But do go over to www.jpherman.com/events to sign up right now before the end of the week for the free channeling conference, which is going to be held in Colorado this Saturday. And then if you're in Colorado, if you're coming to the conference, please do check out my one-day event where we will be channeling from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. with Vagrein, and Andy Dooley will be there, and we'll be doing some fun workshop stuff. There will be questions and answers, and then afterwards, we're all going to go out together and have some amazing social time together. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about that because I get to enjoy it. Because I don't get to see you guys when I'm channeling. So it's really, really wonderful when I get to do something that's a little bit more time and I get to actually be present for it. So I'm super excited for that. And I know Julie's going to be there, who's just said hi. So that's awesome. Hi, Julie. And I will see you in a couple days. And I'm just super excited. I'm just super excited. You can tell I'm super excited, which means that I'm probably going to go and instead of cleaning the house, which is what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm going to be finishing that hat probably in the next 24 hours, which is hilarious. And inner being Jess clearly knows what's going on in terms of that. The other thing is, don't forget to sign up for the November 11th, the 11/11 channeling question and answer on Zoom. That's also available at www.jpherman.com/events. So sign up for that because that's going to be awesome. And that is a question and answer. And I'm not sure if I'm going to cap the number of participants on that because I'm a little bit nervous that there will be more people than time to answer questions. But even if you come and your question isn't answered, then I'm certain that someone else, as always happens, will ask your question for you or something similar enough that the transmission lands just for you. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm about to hop on the plane in a couple days. So, for those of you in North America and Colorado, I will see you soon. For those of you in the rest of the world, thank you so much for tuning in with me digitally whenever possible. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to do another one of these next week from Colorado. It'll probably be at a different hour because I think it's really early in Colorado right now. So stay tuned to Instagram. Hi, Instagram again. And to messages here or my newsletter to know when I'm going to be transmitting my live session next week. And I really hope to see you guys all there or all anywhere of any of these things I'm offering. And I hope you have an amazing day aligning with yourselves. So have so much fun. Okay. Bye.